Oh, aloha everybody. Kiko Pure Aloha here on Pure Aloha Talk, the podcast, where we share inspiring stories and connect with amazing individuals. I'm your host, Kiko Pure Aloha. Before we introduce our guests, I want to give a big shout out to Aloha Aina Tree Services on the Big Island, All for God, Setup Guys, Vitamin B, Kukua Support Services, Travels on Ye, Viper Sanctuary Ni'i, Hawaii Athletic Club, Inspire Play, and Miss Dano. And shout out to Olelo. All right, let's go. Let's introduce the guests. Gee. Please introduce yourself. Share a little bit about who you are, what's your name, and where you're from.
My name is Owen Campbell. I'm the founder and CEO of Mono Recovery Center. I'm from Long Island, New York originally. I've been in recovery for about pushing 9 years now.
9 years, bro.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's crazy. It feels like yesterday.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
It's been 7 years. I feel you on that. I still feel like yesterday, bro. You fight the good fight every day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, 9 years, cause that's kilo.
Yeah.
Right on. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
9 years.
Right back at you.
Right on. Thank you. Yeah. So, can you share with us about, since we talking about recovery now, like how did it all happen? Like what happened to lead you to where you at today?
Well, I thought that I could do everything by myself. I was living in Georgia at the time, and I was broken. My family came out trying to convince me to go to treatment multiple times. I was told them I was good, but every time, during that process, I would go to the bathroom and do something that wasn't good. And then one day I was just defeated, and I ended up making a phone call. Ended up going to treatment in Arizona, and it was the best decision of my life. The strongest thing that I ever did was ask for help. This is why I try and tell people all the time when, they go to treatment or anything like that, the strongest thing is asking for help and going to treatment. So I did that. I went through the program. It was an amazing program. I mean, like their approach and like not shaming you for making mistakes. And I actually graduated, and that day they hired me because someone just quit and they were like in a bind. So like it was absolutely crazy. I actually had to house manage the house that I was in treatment with, which was a unique thing to be a part of.
That's cute.
Yeah, and like while I was there, like I always wanted to be a coach my whole life. Playing sports, all that. There was the Club Strong program that was there, and I got licensed in CrossFit to be able to also do that part of the program. And then over the years, I ended up running the program with someone else. So like the program I went to, I ended up running, and I met my wife, who's from Maui originally, and she always wanted to move back, and I always wanted to open a place. And while we were there, we had about 20 clients, and then over the next 3 years, we doubled in size. So like we doubled in size every year, so we actually ended up having 200 clients. So like it was a lot, and I saved my money for about 5 years or so. We had a lot of clients from Maui and Oahu that would actually come out there because there wasn't a lot of help. And my wife wanted to move there, and it felt like the right place to go because there's not a lot of help. Like I could have gone somewhere else where it was like 10,000 other treatment centers and stuff like that, but we moved out here and decided to open a place, and it's been an interesting ride, but it's been amazing to watch like the growth in the clients and them going back into life and not calling us anymore because they're doing well.
Yeah, I love that. So they're doing better if they're not calling you.
Yeah.
But then sometimes if they're not calling you, it's like, oh, boy, a little bit too quiet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got you. And Owen, guys, Mono Recovery is on Maui, and they help me out in a lot of my community events. So thank you for that. Thank you for coming out. So I see him live in action with all the brothers out there, bro. You get all these hammers because all these brothers just came out of jail or is in recovery, and they're all out there, bro. And they come out to my sign weavings and out in the community, and they do a lot out there, bro. You know what I mean? A lot. They involve hands-on in the community, Mono Recovery, bro. Yeah. So right on. Thank you for all you do.
Yeah. Right back at you.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
And I like ask, I don't know if it's too personal, but what was your drug of choice? Like, what was the drug?
Yeah, no, it's not too perfect. Keep those questions coming.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. No. I'm 100% in recovery, so like I'm not ashamed of my past at all. You know, all of that happened brought me to where I am today in the life that I have. So like I'm grateful for that and that experience. I mean, my main drug of choice at the time was Per 30s and Xanax and cocaine and weed and alcohol and anything else. Really, but like my main thing was Perk 30s and heroin at the time. Yeah.
Ooh, sheesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never did try those. Yeah, I was just on cocaine and alcohol.
Yeah.
I love to drink, so the cocaine just ain't, you know.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Real good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no. What was the breaking point for say like, this is it? You know what I mean? Like, this is it. I'm done. Like, you know, for walk away from all this, like, you know, what was that breaking point for you? Finally, just gave up all the drugs. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
Yeah. My life was, I mean, not to be, you know, used, but it was unmanageable, right? But it was just, I was living in my car in the apartment complex that I used to live in. You know, I was in the parking deck, right? I was.
So where you used to live, so you got kicked out and you just stayed there in your car?
Yeah.
Oh,
I told them to come move me, right? Because worst case scenario is I get to go behind bars and at least it's, you know, a bed. But yeah, it was that. I was a coach too, so like I was coaching a lot of kids and trying to teach them how to live a good life and do the right thing while I'm getting high before I get out of the car. I'm ripping their parents off. I'm doing all these things like consistently. I'm getting arrested. You know, I was on my way back from the airport. I got pulled over and, you know, I had 5 Perk 30s in the car. I said I didn't have an ID. Somehow I had 3. I still don't know how that happened. You know, had 3 different IDs. And like, I was just like, I was locked up for, you know, not long, you know. And then when I thought I was getting out, they transferred me to the other one because I had a warrant at the other one. And then it was just like, I can't keep living like this. Like I accepted that I was gonna die. And like, I just thought of my mom. Like, I was like, I can't do that to my family, my mom and all that. So that was really like the breaking point that it like, my family just was like, he's away. Like they didn't say he's a waste, but you could tell they're like, he's going nowhere right now. And I felt it. So it was time to give in and I'm glad I did.
Yes. You know, I feel you on that, bro.
Have you ever withdrawn so bad that you can't stand and you can't lay down?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I literally was just sharing this story 2 days ago.
Yeah.
To somebody about that. Then asked me, you know, how the withdrawals, bro. Like I get hard time, so I keep relapsing.
Yeah.
I told him, bro, I know how you feel.
Yeah.
But like I remember nights like I was living with my mom and because when I first got clean and sober, I'm living with my mom and I'm in a room and I'm crawling, bro. Oh,
Yeah.
my hell. She go, bro, shut up. It's all in your head.
Yeah.
You know, my mom, local woman, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? She's strong, bro.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, like, she was a big help in my sobriety, in my recovery. She ain't helped me out a lot. And it's, I had nights where I'm just losing them. I'm losing them in my room, bro. Tossing there, losing it, and crawling out. Mom, I need your help, man. I'm gonna die, bro. Help me, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I say, bro, shut up. It's all in your head. I told you, it's all in your head. I go, Mom, you gotta take me to the hospital, bro, for real. I'm gonna die. She go, no, you're not. You okay? We're not gonna tell you to come back home.
Yeah.
Because I was going in. So after my drug overdose, I still was going in and out the hospital because of the withdrawal.
Yeah.
Because I was just tripping.
Yeah.
Me, like I thought I was dying like every time, every night, bro.
Well, it
It's
feels
crazy.
like it.
Yeah, right. You know.
Yeah.
You know, bro. Yeah. So share your experience. I know you.
Yeah.
How was your withdrawals, bro?
They were the worst. You know, the funny thing is, before I went to treatment, the way I would get sober and get through it was take a couple of Xanax and smoke about 1/8 of weed. That was my sober, get through it, right? And I'd wake up and be like, oh, I have to go coach. And I would call and be like, where are you guys? It's Saturday. They're like, it's Tuesday, you know, because like the Xanax would just wipe out the brain. So when I actually tried doing it, like especially the last time, it was awful. You're yelling out, you're tossing and turning, and some way, this is another thing that I have no idea how it got there. There was a Suboxone next to my bed. So I was like dying, I felt like, so I took that and that's when I called and said, I need to go to treatment, I need to get in like tomorrow. Because I was so scared and so like done being in pain. And yeah, I don't recommend going through withdrawals like ever, you know?
Yeah, good. And people out there need to know about it. That's all the outcome of doing drugs, trying to get over and all that. But then you fight through it, and then you can sit here today and be like, you can just talk about it, you can laugh about it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Right? It's a recovery. You do overcome it, you know what I mean? In those dark times, when you're going through your withdrawals, it does feel like, if you feel like you're sick all the time, you feel like you're never going to get out of it. You feel like it's more worse than when you was on drugs. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's your mind telling yourself that, oh, man, I just need another bottle, but I can drink. I'm not going to feel this anymore. Another hit, I'm not going to feel this anymore. No, but that's what we're giving our body that for all these years. That's what it's telling us, our mind. So it's pretty hard. You can see it right now, because just made me think about all that. No, that's so true. And that's really true. Like, everything, my mom, bro, my mom is, she was really a strong person in my recovery in the beginning, but she always used to tell me that was always in my mind. So when I went back into the ER, because I called Uber, took me there, everything, because I was scared, bro. And the doctor told me, he checked all my stuff, like, bro, you seem okay, you seem good, like, there's no problem with you. He said, and I was like, wow, what, there's nothing with him? No, there's no problem. And that's when it finally came to me, like, oh, it really probably is. My mom is right. It's all in my head. I can overcome. That's some big thing to me. So, no recommend none of that, guys. So don't do drugs, because that's the outcome of everything. Yeah, but if you get, like I tell the clients, if you get through that, you get through your addiction, you get through withdrawals, you get through all this, you fight through, you get your life back on track, strongest people in the world. Oh, yes. You know? Of course. Like, that's why I love working with people in recovery. Yeah. No one, if you can get through that, no one's messing with you. Oh, yeah, of course. In the game of life. And then you can do a lot of things, because that's my motivation always. Like, if I could do all that, like, if I could always find a way to get high, always, like, bro, I had no job before, but I always found one case beer. Yeah. Some party packages, I always had them on me. I was working, but I always made it happen. Yeah. So I always use that momentum, like, if I could make that, That's why I called it the quest. Yeah. Every day we went on quests to find that, and it was, like, super impressive. Like, if you use those powers for good when you get sober, no one's stopping you. Yeah. You wake up with nothing, and then you're still able to find a way not to get sick, and you get sober and you use it to do the right thing and get your life back on track. I'll go to war with that person. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I tell everybody that's like my superpower, because sober. Yeah. For real. 100%. Like, I don't know how to explain it, just what it is, bro. Like, because you come from that lifestyle to this, it's like, bro, you really can do a lot. Like, bro, coming out of that is like no joke. That's why we see a lot of people out there on the streets talking to this, doing all kind. That's why, like, I don't judge those people, because that could have been me. Like, once you lose your mind, it's hard to get out. Yeah. So when you get out, it's like, oh, bro, got out. It's like, oh, come on, get chicken skin, because man, it's truly a blessing, bro. And God is amazing, and I'm just blessed for being, just thinking about it all now. Talking about it with you. Yeah. I love talking about stuff like this, it's also sharing stories, because stories like yours, mine, it needs to be shared out there, because there's a lot of people, especially in addiction, they like change, they like the help, but they think they're alone. You know what I mean? They think they're by themselves, because I feel like that so much time where I wanted to change, I wanted to start doing drugs, I wanted to start drinking, and but I felt like I was alone, and I was ashamed to ask for help. I was always ashamed, like I didn't know where to turn, who to go to. I remember sometimes, like, I'm all high and I crying. I just had my oldest daughter, and I go on the phone and I'm looking up on treatment centers and all that, and I'll call them, but I wouldn't do nothing, because I'm scared. Like, for some reason, I was scared to ask for help more, for actually show up over there. You know what I mean? So, like, can you share that? Now that guy for help out people come, let everybody know, like, that was once me that was scared for ask for help, scared for show up at the treatment center. Yeah. Like I said before, it's the strongest thing you could do. It's just the ego getting in the way a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you're not alone. You think your story's unique. It's not unique. Everyone's story is just a little bit different, but it's all the same. That's true. And like, there's people like Mana, right? That no one's there to be rich. So I tell them all the time, no one's there to be rich. Everyone's there because they care, and like they want to help. Like, we're all in it to just give a better life. When they're always like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, what can I do? I'm like, the only thing I want from you is to stay sober and have a good life. That's all that we want. Like, it's an island of misfits, people say, and like, nah, that's bull. It's a place of people that lost their way, right? So like, when you're using, that's not you.
right? So I always say treatment is a time for you to introduce yourself to you, right? It's a time to learn, right? And it's like, just, the phone might be 500 pounds, still lift it, because that is in your head. Lift it, call, and the only thing that will happen is you can get better. If you don't call, you will stay sick. And there is only benefit. And like, when you're around others that are going through the same thing, it makes you feel and realize that you're not alone, and that, oh my God, I can do this, right? And what we try and do is, like, we don't expect perfection. Like, there's other places that will kick you out if you sneak a vape in and stuff like that. Like, that's wild to me. Like, you're coming here asking for help. You might not be happy with how some things go, but welcome to world and life, right? But you get to handle it. And it's like, when I look at my life today, like, I'm married to one of the strongest women I've ever been around, the strongest woman. We're having our first child, right? Like, it's like crazy.
On that.
Thank you so much.
Blessings.
It's like, and like, I have family that calls me to talk to me, right? Like, I have a business with people that I love to be around, you know, and with clients that, like, watching them come in broken and leaving with confidence, and then me being able to hire some of them down the road, like, and they're like, you're hiring me? And I'm like, yeah, you're worth it, you know? Like, all of that wouldn't have happened if I didn't call that day, you know? So, like, just call. And it doesn't have to be us. Like, as long as you get help, that's all that matters. Like, you know, but people that call and don't follow up, just know, if you call us, we follow up.
I love them, bro. Thank you for sharing that. People needed to hear that, and you explain it very well, bro.
Thank you.
You know, for a lot of people understand. I love that. You know, when we was talking about, you know, when I got clean and sober, I realized that the secret to success, because remember you was talking about, like, you're not here for get rich and all that. What came to my mind was when I got clean and sober, and I truly understand what the secret to success is. Like, what is the meaning to success is helping out one another. Yeah. That's what it really is. So that's why, like, whenever I get an opportunity to help out somebody, bro, I take it. Because I get on, like, I tell everybody, that's like my new high. Like, that's why a lot of people in sobriety, like, they get into that field where you helping out others. A lot of people like to help out others, like a chicken skin, bro, because it's that feeling that I get it right now. Yeah. It's that overwhelming feeling, but good overwhelming feeling that, like, we just, like, keep chasing. That's the new high. Yeah. You know, so for me in the beginning, that's what success is to me. It's really truly is helping out one another, bro. Yeah. You know, and I like when I come out Maui, you know, when I do my community events, you come out and you support me and help me out a lot, right? So that's what it's all about. People in recovery, helping out one another. Yeah. Right there, cause I like that. When you were saying that, everything, that's what it reminded me of. Yeah. In the beginning when I got clean and sober. Right on, bro. Thank you for sharing that. Awesome. Okay, right there. What motivates you to do what you do now, and what drives your passion for making a difference?
That's a good question. The thing that motivates me is, well, kind of like I said before, I mean, it's just watching people, because growing up, I felt a little bit black sheepish. Now, it wasn't done on purpose by my family. It's just how I felt. You know, I was very shy. I didn't really talk. My family's, they could talk, you know. And like, so like when I see people come in, every single person, I see a little bit of me in them, right? And like watching them come in and watching them succeed, you know, because when they're there, we help them get a job, keep a job. You know, some of them never had a job before. We, you know, like watching them get a job and be very proud and walk in like, I got hired, you know, like stuff like that. Those little wins is what keeps me going every day. Because it's like, I mean, like the other day, I can't say who because of HIPAA and stuff, but I got to see like a client with their family, and like their big stressor was like, I can't lose my family, I can't lose my family. And it's a client that was there in the past, and like seeing them with their family just doing everyday thing, shopping and stuff like that, I was just like, this is why I do what I do.
Yes, bro, I love that. You know, I see just the little things in life, brother, and that's what I used to, I tell myself, like, that's what I took advantage of before. Was all those little things. You know, I saw a little corner or whatever, but like when I wake up in the morning, I just hear the birds chirping, bro. Like I never did hear that in my addiction.
Oh, yeah.
Never just like we wake up in the morning, right? You're in Hawaii and you hear a lot of and the birds in Hawaii is different. They all sound different, but it's like singing.
Yeah.
You gotta get chicken skin. So like now I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like I truly appreciate those little things. And I tell people that, they laugh. They go, "What?" I go, "I never did hear that. This bird is always around me all the time. Growing up, born and raised in Hawaii, I never did hear that come out of them because I never did took notice. I never did appreciate what's around me, the little things that happen. Just hearing that bird chirp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I get it. when I stop the country, I just So what I always tell people, because you talk about waking up in the morning, what our stressors were when we were using. When you woke up in the morning, we were like, how am I going to get money? Who am I going to rob? Or like whatever, like all this like silly stuff. My biggest issue when I wake up in the morning now is I'm too comfortable and I have to get up to pee. That's when I know my life is going well. That my biggest issue is, I gotta pee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, funny. You know, like.
Because that's me, I promise, bro. That's me.
Yeah.
I wake up like 3-4 times bro, in the morning because I drink plenty of water now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you might have to go to the doctor.
Bro, I drink plenty of water and I don't know what it is, bro. So I don't know if it's like one habit because I used to drink beer with this hand.
Yeah.
It's a motion because I drink water bottles, so it's like, I'm just going.
Yeah.
Throughout the day, I'm just drinking plenty of water. And I went to the doctor and I told the doctor that. So crazy because I told him, bro, I drink plenty of water now. And he said, bro, you gotta drink some Gatorade too because you keep using the bathroom. All that is going on. You gotta put it right back in. Yeah, he told me that. So I make sure I always get some Gatorade or, you know, Pedialyte and all that.
Yeah, nice, yeah.
Yeah, I drink plenty of water now. That's my go-to.
Yeah.
It's funny. I know when we go to events and stuff and you know how to get the bar section, all that. I thought, I like water. And I keep going back and forth to the, getting water. One time, the water just gave me the whole picture.
Yeah, just take
perfect,
this.
let's go.
Yeah.
Walking out with the water and picture. Back in the days, there used to be beer. You know what I mean? Now I get on water picture because you're chugging them around
Staying
the day.
hydrated.
Yeah, bro. Right on. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. What's have been the most challenging experience you face and how did you overcome it? So like, not in mono recovery, so like before mono recovery, in your addiction, what has been the most challenging experience you faced and how did you overcome it?
So you're saying like after I got sober or before?
Before. I like know like before, or maybe could have been that you probably share it, like how you overcome it. That probably was one of the most.
So the most challenging thing to overcome, especially in my addiction, was myself.
Wow, that.
Like it was myself. Like I was my biggest enemy. Right, and then it was everyone else's fault in my mind, you know. Like that was my biggest thing. Like I knew everything. I'm not doing anything wrong. I can manipulate the situation. I don't need help. I'm fine. Is the biggest thing that I had to overcome is surrender. When I got sober, like I had to surrender and like realize like obviously everything that I'm doing isn't working out, you know, and like. My therapist, this guy Daryl, who I thank so much of my life today on, he was this old like he was like a little old gangster type of guy that's been in recovery, very smooth older man. Like he was one of the coolest people I've ever met. And I started my first therapy session and just went off and blaming everyone and you know it's not my fault and he just, are you allowed to curse?
Oh yeah.
All right. He told me. He was like, shut the fuck up. He goes, everything's your fault. You put yourself here, so shut the fuck up. And if we want to work on it, you got to stop with this bullshit. And I think if you did that with anyone else, I don't know how well that would have gone. But like for me, that landed so hard. I was like, oh fuck, he sees me for who I am. You know, like I was like, shit. The jig was up, and then and I still struggle. You know, like anyone that says that when you get sober, you know, life's easy all the time. No, it's not, but you're able to handle it. And that's why I go to therapy every week. I do all these things. But the hardest thing was myself, by far.
I can relate to that, 100%. Yes. Right on, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
All right. So to the end of the show, I like to just ask some kind of funny questions.
Sure, let's go.
Yeah, so if you could have any superpower for one day, what would it be and how would you use it?
Over the years, I always change this one. I would like to be invincible. And the way I would use it is just so I could like chill for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, that's really
that's the first time I hear something like that.
Yeah, just like kind of like be able to like chill and just like You know, because some days it's like, you know, the phone's going nonstop, everyone's calling me, but that's what I sign up, and I love to do it. But like some days I just, you know.
Yeah, you need your time. You
Yeah.
need you time, man.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that. I never heard that one, bro. That was really good. Right on. All right, now, what's the aloha for the day? You know, give us a message you'd like to share with our listeners. You know, just show some aloha. Give us the aloha for the day.
Oh, wow. You're worth it.
Boom.
You know,
like
everyone, you know, everyone's
Yeah.
worth it. You're worth it. You know, if you're feeling like, you know, it's time to give up, don't. And, you know, you giving up affects more than just yourself, and you're worth it. And if you need help, welcome to planet Earth. We all do. Just ask for some and you'll be surprised.
I love that. Boom. That was the aloha for the day, guys. I love that one. Right on. Okay, can you share with our viewers your social media handles, where they can find Mono Recovery?
Yeah.
For everybody out there looking for help.
Yeah, so you can go to, on Instagram and Facebook, it's Mono Recovery Maui. And then also, if you want to just go directly to our website, it's monorecoverycenter.com, which will have our number. And if you want to reach out to us, there's options with that. But also, you know, the number, you can also text. I have about 3 people that are by the phones 24/7. So, you know, you can call, you can text, whatever. But yeah, that's how you can find us. Yeah.
Right on, my brother. Thank you for coming on the show.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. All right, guys. I'm Kiko Pure Aloha on Pure Aloha Talks. And stay sober.
Hey.
Aloha.
Hey.
Right on, my brother. Oh, that was awesome.
Good. Yeah, that was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're good at what you...